Hello everyone, welcome back to Learn Easy Hub again. So మీరు thumbnail చూసే ఉంటారు. We are going to discuss artificial intelligence, which is one of the important subject for BTech CSE student. Okay, so and in previous videos మీరు comments నేను చూసాను, as you guys supported me a lot, thank you so much for that. And this video consists of 3 parts. Okay, first part నేను మీకు all units, I'll explain you all units, what type of topics are there. Okay, and with that I'll explain you in the second part. I'll explain you their important questions, topics and most repeated questions with their star marking. Okay, and in the third part I'll provide you the top 3 units which you can prefer for one day before exam, or which you can prefer as a first priority. Okay, while you are preparing whenever you are preparing for artificial intelligence. Okay, so without wasting our time, let's start the video. And if you are new to our channel, subscribe, hit the bell icon, because like this more videos are going to come. Okay, and in the end of the video I have one surprise for everyone who is watching right now. Okay, and share it with your friends and watch till the end. So first, this is the unit 1. Okay, unit 1 consists of introduction to AI, which means here introduction to AI, which means what is AI. First, let's see what is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is nothing but making machine intelligent. Okay, again and again trying to make the machine a kind of habituated, or else making things to learn. Okay, and in the end of the video I have one surprise for all of you who are watching, and the thing that you have to do is you have to watch this video without skipping till the end. Okay, so this is the unit 1. So unit 1 lo aithe manamu first we are going to deal with introduction to AI. Like what is AI? First, let's see introduction to AI. In this, what we are going to discuss, what are the topics we are going to focus on, is nothing but what is AI, okay, what are agents, and what type of problems we can solve using AI. Okay, so these are the things that we are going to discuss. Okay, next, intelligent agent. Intelligent agent, what is mean by intelligent agent means depending upon the environment, the agent is going to take the decision. Okay, so like this we are going to tell it as intelligent agent. And it is also an important topic, problem solving agent. Problem solving agent, which means which is going to help us to solve any kind of problem, okay, by taking the decision. Next, searching for solution. Searching for solution is nothing but finding the best initial path for the solution, like finding all the possible ways for getting the best solution. Okay, search strategies. Okay, and in the AI we also have to explain, in the introduction part we also have to explain what type of search strategies are there. Like if they are asking the question, then you have to also mention about this. Search strategies, we have different type of search strategies here: BFS, DFS, uniform cost search strategies, beyond classical search. Okay, it is also a type of search strategies which we are going to use in AI. First is hill climbing. Hill climbing, which means it is used to move towards a better option or better search, or else better results. Okay, simulated annealing search. Sometimes this search is not that much accurate as hill climbing. Why? Because sometimes it selects the bad moves as well. Okay, it accepts the bad moves, so that's why it is not that much accurate as hill climbing search. Okay, and here we have local search in continuous. Local search in continuous, which we mainly use for robotics or optimization purpose. Okay, so now let's see the important questions. First, you have to start with this introduction to AI. This is one of the most important question or topic, you can say. Whenever you are going to start the preparation, start with this. And BFS, DFS, this is one of the most important, most important, because from this any of one you are going to get, or else you can directly get right about different type of search strategies for solutions. Okay, and explain each, like this you can get. And we have this problem solving agent, it is also very much important. Okay, next, this one, informed heuristic search. So this one, A star, is one of the most important search you have to prepare first. Next what we have, this, yeah, you can go with this hill climbing. Okay, next, After preparing all these important questions, the second priority you can give to all the other topics like intelligent agent, what is intelligent agent, and you can cover this uniform cost search, iteratic deepening, DFS, and simulated handling, local search in continuous. So this is also okay. Greedy best first search. So these are the important questions you can say for the first unit. Now let's go for the second unit. Unit 2 is a kind of very lengthy unit, okay, and I know that most of you guys are not going to prepare in like this unit when you don't have time. So just quickly go through it. So this unit is all about games and knowledge based agents and especially proposition logics and constant satisfaction problems, solving different type of constant satisfaction problems. So here let's see adversarial search. Okay, so in this we have one of the most important algorithm which we are going to discuss, and make a note, it is very much important, like it is so important algorithm, which is minimax algorithm. Okay, it is one of the most repeated question in the exams, or else a highly prioritized question you can say. Next, optimal decision in games and alpha beta pruning and imperfect real-time decision. Imperfect real-time decision, which means if you have incomplete information about a certain thing, or else if you have limited time to complete a task. Okay, in this situation we are going to tell this thing as imperfect real-time decision. Constant satisfaction problem, okay, constant propagation, backtracking search, and for CSP, constant satisfaction problems. Okay, local search for CSP, again this one. Next, the search for problems. Here in propositional logic we have propositional logic we have different type of here you can see knowledge based, the Wumpers, world, proposition logic. Okay, and here this is I don't have that much space, so that's why I wrote in a short form. I'll explain you. Propositional theorem problems. Okay, so here we have inference and proofs. We have to prove that and proofs by resolution, and here horn clause and definite clauses, forward and backtracking, backward chaining, effective proportional mode. Okay, agent based on proportional logic. So this, as I told you, this unit is all about logics and making games and like using knowledge based agents to make necessary decisions. So now let's mark the important questions from this one. Okay, so the most important question is this. As I told you, you have to write minimax algorithm. Okay, next alpha beta pruning, and this one constant satisfaction problem. Next you have to go for this forward and backtracking, backward chaining, sorry, no more backtracking, backward chaining, and in this one propositional logic. This is a kind of very important, you can say, the Wumpers world. Okay, and the second priority type question you can give as this backtracking search for CS and optimal decision, and like overall you can first complete this star marking questions and then you can go for any other topics. Okay, now let's discuss unit 3. But before going to unit 3, whenever you are going to write this unit, you have to write the entire definition diagram where it is necessary, and you have to draw the tables where it is necessary, and you have to explain it with the examples as well. Okay, now let's go with the unit 3. Okay, so basically unit 3 is one of our easiest unit in AI, you can say, because it don't have that much topic compared to the unit 2. Okay, and this unit is mainly divided in two parts. First part is first order logic, and second one is inference in fold, which means first order logic, FOL. Okay, we can represent it as FOL. So here the unit name is logic and knowledge representation. Basically logic means representing, here in this unit means representing the way. Okay, representing the facts. It is a way of representing the facts. Okay, next Knowledge representation, it is the way like storing the information so that AI can resonate it like So here in the first part we have 4 subtopics and in the second part we have 5 subtopics. Okay, let's go through this one. Representation, syntax and semantics, using first order logic, knowledge engineering in full. First order logic. Next, inference in full, propositional versus first order inference, unification and lifting, forward chaining, backward chaining, resolution. So let me tell you, without wasting your time, let me tell you what are the important questions. First you have to complete that, then you can go for the any other topics. But my personal advice will be complete all these topics because this unit is quite easy than the first and the second unit. So you can directly get 12 marks without like struggling that much. Okay, so you can get full 12 marks if you are preparing all these topics. Okay, but if you want the important questions, then you can go for this representation of first order logic, syntax and semantics. This one is very much important one. Okay, knowledge engineering in first order logic, resolution and this unification and lifting. Okay, so after completing this one, then you can go for forward chaining. After completing these questions, you can go for forward chaining, backward chaining and propositional versus first order inference. Then you can go for any other topics. These are the 2 leftover topics as you can see. Okay, so let's go with the unit 4 and you can check the slides in the description. I'm going to mention all the slide screenshots. Okay, you can check and make a note from there. So now let's go with the unit 4. And just like unit 3, unit 4 is also easy. It's not that much tough as unit 2. Okay, so we can go with this. Again, this unit is also divided in 2 parts. First is knowledge representation and classical planning. First, let me tell you, unit 4 is mainly it's about how AI stores, like how AI store the information, how AI organize and reason with the knowledge. Okay, which means if we are providing some information, if you are providing any kind of information to AI, how they are going to take action. Okay, how they are going to take action to reach their goals. Okay, so here knowledge representation which means like representing the knowledge in such way so that AI can understand it. Like whatever the knowledge I have in my mind, okay, I'm trying to explain you, I'm trying my best to explain in a very understandable way so that if you are watching it, then easily you can able to get what I'm trying to say. Okay, what I'm trying to make you understand, like that. Okay, and so here we have in this we have 6 subparts and classical planning. Classical planning is nothing but it is a type of planning which means we use this type of like classical planning to find a sequence. Okay, like we use to find the best route, best path for reaching our goal. Okay, so here we have ontological engineering, categories and objects, which means different type of like similar type of objects stored under like different categories. Similar object will be stored in the same category. It will be like that. Events, mental events and objects, reasoning systems for categories, reasoning with default information. Okay, and here we have definition of classical planning, algorithm for planning with state space search. So this is divided in 2 parts. First part, as we already saw in the second unit and in the third unit as well. What we saw, like forward chaining, backward chaining, right? So here we have forward state space search and backward state space search, which means classical planning is nothing but like finding a best sequence path for reaching our goal. Okay, so for example I can say here is from initial path to reaching our goal. Okay, it is nothing but it will be known as forward state space search. Okay, next backward state space search, which means goal to initial path. Okay, so this can be known as backward state space searching. Next, planning graphs. So whenever you are writing, if you are getting the question for planning graphs, definitely you have to draw the diagrams. Okay. Other classical plans, which means other different type of classical plans, planning here you can write. Okay. Analysis of planning approaches. Okay. So again, this unit is also very much, it's not that much lengthy, so we can go with this one. Let me tell you some of the most important problems which you can prefer first to prepare whenever you are starting this unit. First is this ontological engineering categories, and you can go for this reasoning system for categories, and this algorithm for planning, this one. Okay, and after that you can go for this other things. Okay, like first complete this one. Okay, first ontological engineering categories and objects, algorithm for planning with state space search, and here you have to very well know about classical planning. Okay, next, because this is the second part, definitely you are going to get 5 marks question from this, or else 10 marks. Okay, in or option. Next, analysis of planning approach. Okay, and in the description I'm going to provide all the important questions from every unit. Okay, with their star marking. So whenever you are preparing, like starting the preparation, you can go through it, and definitely it's going to help. And uncertain knowledge and learning authenticity and probabilistic reasoning. Okay, first this fifth unit is deal with like how AI provides the information if it's not like getting the 100% accurate information, like how it handles the authenticity. Okay, like using the probability and probabilistic reasoning, it's going to provide us some of the possible predictions. Okay, some of the possible reasons, or else the information it's going to provide us, which help us to get the solution. Okay, for example, we can say like medical diagnosis, and yes, weather forecasting. Okay, it's not, if we are not giving the 100% accurate information, then also by using some of the probability, just like Bayes rule, Bayes theorem, and probabilistic reasoning, and some of the things, by using it, it's going to provide us some of the information. Okay, by using a probability methods. Okay, so here in this first part we have mainly 4-5 subtopics. Okay, acting under authenticity, as I told you, acting under authenticity, which means if the AI is not having the 100% accurate information, then also it's going to provide this information to us. Okay, basic probability notation, as we all know, as we have been solving probability, P of A, P of B. These are the basic probability notations. Inference using full joint distribution. Here distribution is there. Okay. Next, independencies, Bayes rule and its application, or else its uses. Okay. So Bayes rule, as we all know, what is Bayes rule? Let me write the formula. If you guys can't able to remember this one. Okay, so this is the exact Bayes formula. And probabilistic reasoning, representing and knowledge in a certain domain. Bayesian networks, efficient representation of conditional distribution, approximate inference in Bayesian, relational and first order. Again, here we have first order. Next, other approaches to uncertain reasoning, like what are the different type of approaches are there. Okay, and here we have one of the other approach is nothing but Damster-Schaeffer theory. Okay, it is one of the important theory you can say in this one. So now let me mark some of the important questions which you guys can prepare first whenever you're going to start your preparation. This one and here this one. Bayes rule is one of the most important. So mark this one and this. Again this one. Okay, first you have to complete this Bayesian topic. Okay, then you can go for the other things. And after completing this one, then you can go for any other questions. Okay, and mostly you can complete this entire unit to get, so that you guys can get full 12 marks. Okay, सो जैसे कि हमने अपने एआई सब्जेक्ट के सारे इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस एंड ऑल 5 यूनिट्स हमने कंप्लीट कर लिए हैं. सो एट द एंड ऑफ द वीडियो आई टोल्ड यू दैट आई एम गोइंग टू प्रोवाइड अ स्पेशल gift. Okay, but before that you guys have to subscribe and hit the bell icon and share it with your friends and like. Okay, because I'm working a lot very hard to, ताकि मैं आप लोगों को जो है ये सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइड कर सकूँ, because it's not that much easy guys, because I have to check like I checked a lot of papers and I did a lot of research, so it's not that much easy. So I need your support, really I need your support. So please support and please help me to complete my 100 members family. Okay, and you can let me know in the comment section if you have any doubts, and the special gift is nothing but you can check in the description where I have provided a special prompt. Okay, a very special prompt which will going to help you, ताकि आप लोगों को last minute पे जो भी important questions चाहिए it's going to provide. Simply आप लोगों को copy paste करना है description से, and you can paste it on ChatGPT, Blackbox AI, Perplexity, or any kind of AI which you are going to use for your like study purpose. Okay, simply आप लोगों को थोड़ा edit करना है, and you can like subject name and regulation, some of the things will be there. Simply after pasting and executing it, you are going to get all your important questions, and let me know in the comment section, and you can check the description if you have like if you are searching for the important question, and the description, in the description like I have provided the spectrum link as well. Okay, go and check it out, and till then take care, bye bye.